All right, we are back again. We are in a slightly different place today. What we're going to do is we're going to answer questions, but not just any questions. We are going to answer questions based on what ChatGPT thinks that you are asking. Now, it might be a little windy. I'm not sure. Hopefully, it's not too bad. Hopefully, it's not too bad, not too windy, not too sunny. But before we get into the question and answers, let's first talk about a niche idea. No, actually, I might go over this way. Actually, I'm just going to sit right here because it won't be so bad in the shade. I might sit, I might stand, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But we're at Lake Andrea here in Wisconsin, and I'll just let you guys see this lake. Come on, there we go. All right, so this lake is much smaller than the lake that we're used to. So anyway, today or tomorrow, they're going to have a triathlon here. And the triathlon consists of 3 parts. It's the women's triathlon. It consists of 3 parts: biking, running, and swimming. And if you think about it, that is an excellent niche to get into to start creating content, because there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. People need special types of shoes, special types of bikes. They need to learn how to swim. They need to learn how to bike. But, the people that do these triathlons, they go all over the world. And what you could do, and I don't think a lot of people talk about this, is that's actually a travel niche. Teaching people where to stay, how to get to the best places to eat. You could also do fitness. Also, too, while I'm thinking about it, this is the exact spot that my son caught his first fish. His first and second fish. Right over there, there was a bench. And, I had never fished before as an adult. And so, the kids were out here just kind of like messing around. We've been out here for about a half an hour. And then all of a sudden, my youngest son yells, "I caught a fish." And I didn't think he did. I thought he caught some seaweed or whatever. But he's screaming, "I caught a fish, I caught a fish." And sure enough, he's holding on the line a little tiny fish. It was pretty crazy to think that he actually caught a fish somehow. Anyway, people fish at this lake, but getting back, one thing, if you're new to this channel, I will give you some helpful information, but it'll also be like a squirrel, where from time to time I'll just give you a random story about my life. If you're new here, my name's Alston Godbolt, and what I like to do is I like to give you real life information on how to start an online business based on my knowledge, skills, and experience. So I've been in the game for about 10 years now, and I've made a decent amount of money. I'm not Jeff Bezos, but I am far from a beginner, and I have seen a lot. I have done a lot more. I've made money in a variety of ways, and so I try and give you the information as if I was coaching and mentoring my younger self. But anyway, what we're going to do today is we are going to answer some questions based on what ChatGPT thinks you're asking or thinking. Now, again, it's pretty windy here today, so I don't know how much of this is going to keep. I don't know how good this is going to be, but here we go. So, first question from ChatGPT, and if you have questions, what I normally like to do on Sundays is, if you have questions, I want to answer those questions. But since I didn't have a lot of good ones, I asked Chat to give me questions that you are thinking. Anyway, number 1, how do I start making money online if I have no audience? Essentially, what you're going to do is you're going to create content to attract people to you. And when I say create content, you are going to where people are already hanging out. This could be Quora, this could be YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. Go where there's already an audience, and you're going to start creating content to attract people to you. Now, where you go to attract the audience, that's going to determine the type of content that you create. For example, here on YouTube's a search platform. So people are going to come to YouTube, and they are going to be searching for a solution to the problem that they have. If you're going over to Instagram or TikTok, most often people aren't searching for a solution, so you've got to create content differently to attract people to you. For example, you might create content that is a little bit more edgy. You might be creating content based on people's pain points, goals, dreams, desires, and things that they're thinking but afraid to say out loud. For example, if you are in the wedding niche, and I like to use the wedding niche because most people are familiar with the wedding niche, have gotten married, have been to a marriage ceremony, or they've gotten divorced. People are on TikTok and they're just kind of aimlessly scrolling. They want to be entertained, but you could go to TikTok and say, hey, are you planning on getting married soon? Usually you know somebody that is getting married, or you've gotten married, or you want to get married. You usually fall into one of those three buckets. And you can say, hey, here are three mistakes that I made when I was trying to get married for the first time. Mistake number 1, spending too much money on a wedding cake. Mistake number 2, spending too much money on the groomsman dress. Mistake number 3, spending too much money on table numbers. And then you could say, hey, look, if you want to plan the perfect wedding and ensure that it meets your budget, make sure that you get my free wedding planner checklist. That's all you got to do, right? And so it really comes down to doing that consistently and persistently. And being consistent and persistent, really what determines consistency and persistence really determines the platform, is based on the platform. For example, if you are on Twitter, being consistent means posting multiple times per day, maybe even multiple times per hour. But on YouTube, consistency means posting multiple times per week, unless you're doing YouTube Shorts. Anyway, that's how you build a platform. You create content, whether it's free or paid, to attract people to you. I really want to sit on that bench over there. However, it would not be good lighting. When you're creating content, it's all about the viewer, right? And not so much about your comfort. Anyway, so that's how you do it. Number 2, what's the fastest way to monetize social media? I think the fastest way to monetize social media is by creating a digital product that solves a specific problem. You create a digital product, a planner, cheat sheet, workbook, ebook, workshop, maybe even like a mini course, and you could monetize right away. If you're doing affiliate marketing, it can take weeks to get paid. Sure, you can earn a commission within 24 hours, but you might not see that actual payment for at least 2 weeks. Sometimes, most times, much longer. If you are doing brand deals, usually they want you to have a following of some sort, and that can take time. But if you are doing a digital product, A, you don't need a huge following. B, you just need to answer a question. I just dropped my phone. Oh boy. The quickest way to do it is with a digital product, right? A digital product that you create could take you a weekend, so 3 days. And then from there, you just create a sales page to sell that digital product. The quickest way in 2025 is with a digital product. Those other ways can work, but they're going to take much longer. Number 3, do I need to show my face to make money online? No, you do not need to show your face to make money online. However, people want to buy from other people. That's why brands have, like, Geico has a gecko, or Progressive has Flow. They have representatives. That's why brands use sports athletes, sports figures like Nike. You wouldn't just buy a swoosh, but you bought from Michael Jordan, you buy from LeBron James. You feel like you are buying and connecting from a person. And so ideally, you want to have a person that represents your brand. Can you do it faceless? Yes. Have I done it faceless? Yes, but I think it's much more difficult. There isn't that trust factor that people have. It's harder and takes longer to build that connection. You need many more views, many more eyeballs in order to do it faceless. I have a number of faceless accounts right now that I make money with affiliate marketing, but I feel like I could have done it much quicker if I showed my face. So can you do it faceless? Yes. There are lots of people out there. There are lots of people having lots of success. I just think it takes longer. It's a little bit more difficult. And just in general, people want to buy from other people. Number 4, how much can I realistically earn from affiliate marketing? I think the sky's the limit. I think that it really all comes down to your niche, your target market, if your target market's in the position to buy. But if you wanted to make $10,000 per month with affiliate marketing, you can certainly do that. I've done that. If you want to make $100,000 from just affiliate marketing, it's possible. It's going to take substantially more content. It's going to take a high level of consistency and persistence, and it might actually take you being in a couple niches. Also, if you want to maximize the amount of money that you make with affiliate marketing, you're going to need to do email marketing, because email marketing is the best, most consistent way to consistently get in front of your target audience, right? If you are just doing affiliate marketing, say like you're creating content on YouTube here, and then you're putting your affiliate link in the description, you essentially really only have one shot to earn an affiliate commission per each viewer, because there's no guarantee that that viewer is going to come back for your next video. However, if you're doing email marketing and you get the names and emails on the mailing list of your viewers, you can show up in front of them consistently, day after day, month after month. So if you want to be successful, you want to maximize the amount of money that you can make with affiliate marketing, you will absolutely have to do email marketing. And email marketing consists of creating a landing page, a lead magnet, and a thank you page, essentially. And once you do that, you will have an autoresponder sequence where you're automatically sending out emails on your behalf, and then you have a broadcast email as well. But the key to successful affiliate marketing, long-term affiliate marketing, is email marketing. And the other thing too that people will say, and I don't know how true this is, for every person on your mailing list, you should be able to make $1 per month. So if you have 10,000 people on your mailing list, you should make $10,000 per month consistently. Now that's going to fluctuate depending on how big your mailing list is, how consistent you are with email marketing, and how good you are at writing effective emails. So just know that as well. All right, let me grip my phone out and see if we can get into another. It's kind of weird that I'm hanging out. People are probably walking by and like, why is he hanging out underneath a tree? But how much can I make? What types of digital products sell best right now? So that is number 5. The best types of digital products that sell right now are digital products that solve a specific problem. You've identified a problem that people are going through, and they offer an immediate, quick result, right? One of the problems that I see when it comes to digital product creation is that creators are trying to solve a problem that is too big, that is going to take too long. And the best types of digital products are ones that build trust by solving an immediate problem. And that's with a workbook, a planner, a cheat sheet, something that people can get themselves, they can download it, and they can implement it right into their life. Courses aren't as effective right now because it's too far out in the future. People have a hard time grasping the idea of getting a result 6 months from now. However, if you give someone, for example, like a save the date template, they can buy the template, download it, implement it right into their life, and get an immediate result. You can't do that with a course for the most part. So I would recommend something that people can implement quickly, or a workshop where they can get an immediate result. A workshop that solves an immediate problem. That's your goal, is immediacy, right? Quick, fast, in a hurry, because everyone's in a hurry, right? How can you help someone move one step closer to their end goal? That is the goal that you should be pursuing. How long does it take to start making consistent income? Depends on how consistent you are. That's gonna be that's the answer. Is it really all depends on how consistent you are. To consistently make $1,000 a month could take you 2 months, 3 months. However, to make consistent $10,000 per month, that's probably going to take you at least 6, 7, 8 months. If you're consistent, if you're learning, if you're building an email list. I'm going to sit over here on this bench here. There were other benches before, but they're gone. If you, and I'm going to, hopefully the audio is good, but the video is going to struggle a little bit because the sun will be behind me, and so it'll be a little bit more difficult to see me. Is there another better place that I could sit? Probably not. So I apologize in advance because the sun is right behind me. I'm going to see if I can find a better way. That looks not terrible. I'll have to fix it. Trying to find a better place. Maybe I'll walk down here a little bit, and I'll have to find. Maybe I can lean on the tree. I don't really want to lean on the tree because of potential for ticks. Over there is not bad, I guess. I also made the mistake of wearing all black when it's 90 degrees out at 10 in the morning. Not smart. Anyway, let's keep going. What was I saying? I was saying something. Let's go back here. Oh. How long does it take to start making consistent income? Like I said, it really all depends on how consistent you are. It depends on how much you're willing to learn, because this is a game of learning, growing, and adapting. Because you're creating content and the content can change based on the algorithms change pretty frequently. And if you are able to adapt, I'm actually going to sit underneath this pavilion here. I don't think I'll be interrupting anybody. If you're willing to learn and adapt, you can be consistent. You can make consistent money. It's the people that think they have it all figured out and aren't willing to adapt and grow and build a mailing list and learn. Those are the ones that get stagnant and then ultimately fail. But let's say you want to make, your goal is to make $3,000 a month. Comment what your goal is down below. You could do that in probably 6 months consistently. I think that's fair. I don't think that's too crazy. Oh, there's somebody over there. We won't go there. Let's see. Where can we go? Anyway, I guess we'll just walk and talk. Which platform is best for beginners? YouTube, TikTok, or something else? I think the most beginner-friendly platform is YouTube. And the reason is you can create video content quickly. Like right now, this is the entire video. I'm going to make this video talking to you, and then I'm going to upload it. But I like YouTube for the sole purpose that people go to YouTube when they know the problem and they know the solution. And so, you're getting in front of potential buyers. On TikTok and other social media platforms, most often the people don't know they have a problem or they're not aware of the solution. And I've said this a few different times on my channel, if you wanted to earn commissions or make money quickly, you just go to the bottom of the funnel. And there's a lot of people that go to YouTube because they know the problem, they know the solution, and they may know the product. That's why people type in reviews. Like they'll type in something like, they'll type in, I'm using a DJI Osmo 3. People will type in DJI Osmo 3 review. That's at the bottom of the funnel. They know the problem. For example, the problem for me is I wanted to create content while walking, like I'm doing now. They know the solution. The solution is one of these handheld gimbals that will allow you to walk and talk, and they know the product. The product is the DJI Osmo 3. But they just want to make sure that they can configure the settings, that it has good reviews, that they know how to set it up. That's the fastest way. Most often people aren't going to TikTok, or they haven't been going to TikTok and searching for a solution. People use TikTok as a form of education. And that's why you create content a little bit differently on TikTok. You create content that's a little bit more edgy and antagonistic. That's why the hooks are really important. And keeping people engaged is really important, right? So which platform is best for beginners? YouTube, TikTok, or something else? I think YouTube is and the other reason I like YouTube is that YouTube's videos have a long shelf life. You can create a video today and it still be relevant 6 months, 6 years from now. On TikTok, there hasn't been that relevancy yet. TikTok videos don't kind of have that shelf life. I think maybe a year might be the longest. And so, you kind of have to constantly be on a hamster wheel. Let's see. Do I need a website to start making sales? Technically, no. And what I always chuckle about is I always see these videos where people are telling you how to start affiliate marketing without a website, or how to start an online business without a website. And then they go on and tell you about landing pages. A landing page is a website. That's a little marketing trick that people are using. How to start an online business without a website. And then they'll tell you to build a landing page. Well, a landing page is technically a website, and always makes me laugh. But do you need a website? Technically, it depends, right? It depends on the affiliate program that you're going with. Some affiliate programs want to see that you have a website. Amazon wants to see that you have a website, YouTube channel, or even TikTok account. And so no, you don't really need to have a website per se. You could get started without one. You could, so the answer is no. Should you have a website? You should have a landing page. You should have something that you can control, right? I don't own this YouTube channel. I'm borrowing it. And at any time, YouTube could take it from me. In fact, a few months ago, I had a strike on this account. I've got other accounts that have strikes on them. I'm just borrowing this platform until YouTube decides to take it back. If you have your own website, you have your own blog, it can't be taken away from you. So you should have one. It's not required or necessary. A couple more questions here. How do I get people to trust me enough to buy from me? I think trust is built by creating content for the person on the other side of the camera. I think trust is also built by saying the same thing over and over again. If you've watched 10 of my videos, you probably heard me say the exact same thing. Repetition is really important. I think showing up on camera and showing up consistently is really important. I think answering questions is really important. But I think that's the biggest thing, is it's all about building trust. And trust is built by showing up every day and answering the same questions and being patient. What do we got here? I think that's the best way. Building trust is hard. It's really hard to build and very easy to lose. But I think if you just answer the same questions, say the same thing, keep doing the same thing and showing up and showing results, I think can help. However, results can be manipulated or bought in some instances. Last question, again, I hope you guys can hear me. What is the difference between high ticket and low ticket offers, and which one should I start? I think low ticket offers are, so a low ticket offer is anything that is $500 or less. A high ticket offer is anything that's $501 or more. I think low ticket is a great place to start because you're building a list of buyers. I also think low ticket is a good way to start is because it allows you to build trust without a huge commitment. Also with a low ticket offer, people don't have to consult. It's not a major life decision. They can look at their bank account and say, okay, yes, I want to do it. I want to invest $20. With a high ticket offer, they've got to talk to their significant other. They might have to pull money together. With a low ticket offer, like a $7 offer, they can just think to themselves, I'll skip coffee tomorrow. And they usually don't skip coffee. They'll find a way to get that coffee purchase. But with a high ticket offer, it's like, okay, if they're thinking about what if this doesn't work out, then I will have to work extra hard, work a second job. I'll have to maybe cut back on eating or spending. So that's the difference. And that's the same for low ticket and high ticket affiliate marketing or digital products. With a low ticket offer, it doesn't take as much convincing. It doesn't take as much marketing. You simply create content, create a thing that'll attract people to you, sell them that low ticket offer, build trust, show that you know what you know, and then they will be more accepting for that higher ticket opportunity. So let me know in the comment section if you've got questions, if I answered yours. Comment down below. If not, we'll see you in the next video.